What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. If I had to be a complete master at meta ads, and if I had a brand, any type of brand that I was trying to scale on meta ads, I would do this exact thing and I would break it down to you guys in 5 minutes. I'm gonna break it down to you guys in 5 minutes. Why am I wearing sunglasses? I don't know. It helps me focus more. So I'm on task right now. I'm about to share with you how to generate more sales, how to make better creatives, and how to analyze competition so that you can make more sales and profit for your brand. I'm going to go over a test brand that we're possibly working with, a prospect that came to us as a supplements brand looking to scale, and what I would do to help them scale. Hopefully, you guys can benefit from that. If you guys don't know about me, I've been running ads, Meta, Instagram, TikTok for the past 5 years, and in e-commerce space scaling, have done over 20 million in revenue generated for my entire 10 years as a specialist. And now I run an agency and I work as a part-time CMO for a marketing agency, AMC. Now we're going to get right into it here. Complete 5-minute meta ads masterclass. Now there's 3 things that you want to be able to understand before you scale your brand. How do I generate sales? How do I know that I'm generating good sales and that's scalable? Something where scale means just how can I profit and make that profit exponential? And then the creatives, how to generate better creatives and how to do more with the content that you have and how to make that scale up so that you can do that in tandem with generating more sales and running more campaigns. And 3, how do you analyze for your competition, find competitors, and figure out who your competitors are that you should model your brand after when going about running ads? There's a million ways to lose money as somebody who's running ads campaigns, whether it's Meta, Google, TikTok, Pinterest, X, LinkedIn. And this is how you avoid those little pitfalls. So, how to generate sales? Sales broken down in our industry is conversions sales equal your pain point plus the benefit on your creative minus the doubt times content. So, if you can do multiples of giving pain points, allowing people to see your benefit of your product or your service, minus the doubt, so having social proof is a part of that, and then multiply that by the amount of content you're putting out. That is sales. That's what that's what it means to drive sales through ads. Now I'll address this. Pain points and benefits. You can isolate these by going to ChatGPT. You can do a whole bunch of different things. You can do sheets, and there's a bunch of systems that we put together which kind of identify these as checklists, but it's simply broken down as copywriting and winning hooks plus follow-up. So your pain point, if you're selling a supplement, it can be a supplement to keep you awake, to nourish your body. Now that can be highlighted. The pain point can be highlighted as, hey, you might be lacking energy. You might be a bit unhealthy. Your latest checkup, you might use fear as a pain point as well. And then you're going to provide the benefit within the copywriting and winning hooks. Now, the winning hook helps set up for the copy, the script, the video. And that's what drives the better content, delivers that pain point much clearer. Now, doubt. A lot of people have good content or okay content and could be making sales, but there's so much doubt around it because there's not a lot of people that are backing this product, who have tried this product. Now, this is the reason why Google reviews and Amazon reviews as a seller is so important. Now, I think there's an easy way to cut through that by providing a clear UGC review, adding reviews on your website and showing people, hey, this is the product or service that I'm selling, and this is what we're doing, clear as day. And I think enough reviews, screenshots, UGC, social proof as a seller, specifically for the product space, UGC is going to be perfect to solve that and allow people to have enough social proof where they care about your product. And if you couple that with your copywriting of your pain points and hooks for benefits, then you will have no problem producing sales. Now, content is solved by video editing, quality plus repetition. It could be multiplied by repetition too. So most content on Meta, Instagram, TikTok is mainly video. That's the most captivating video. The most retention is based around that. And your only metric for that is your quality and your repetition. If you can do a repetition of quality content, then you have a great base and a great engine for generating more sales. Now, that's most of what we're doing. And so before I get into creatives and competition, I'm going to say there's a brand that I've worked with in the past that had little to zero sales. When they picked up their creatives and multiplied them, so they were testing 2 or 3 creatives, then now they're testing 20 creatives per month, generating hundreds of thousands in revenue per month. Just like top line profit is increased, they're doing well, they're generally in a great space, possibly 10x what they were before. It's due to attention and the creatives. So the more content you do, the more chance you have of generating conversions. Now, for the creatives, it's attention equals short form attraction, because creatives, you need to grasp somebody's attention in a short time frame and direct them straight to your link. Your entire creative should be about consumption. How do you get people to click on my landing page? That's the only thing that you're trying to do. Now, that is short form attraction. How do you hook them in, call to action, and advertising times minus advertising times value. Now, most people will be, like I said, the doubt factor is real. So most people won't care about what you're trying to do if you're too salesy, right? Like if I'm pushing it down your throat too much, then it's not going to be something that's valuable or seen as valuable. So for content, I usually just say, video editing and graphics, all you need is a team or 1 or 2 people to do design and video editing work for you, preferably people who actually understand. So Gen Zs who are doing short form content, possibly micro influencers or nano influencers who have a job as a video editor or graphic designer. These people understand content. You can find them on X, Instagram. It's not your traditional LinkedIn operation where you post application there and they're going to send in an application. You got to find these diamonds in a rough from a different place. Now, call to action is a representation of a need, unrealized or known. So your main goal with creating video is make sure that people can realize the main benefit and they're called to the value, which is your product. Always product or service is the main direction of your creative. Lastly, which I'm now going to switch over to the main concept of this, is how do you analyze competition? Analysis equals winning creatives plus top competitors minus shiny object syndrome. When you're working as a meta ads analyst, a performance marketer, you know this. Data drives everything. And so as somebody who's, a representative or a CEO of your brand, you need to make sure that you don't get distracted by random new things and stick to the plan. The only thing that you can base your content off of is other people's great content. So I'm going to show you what it looks like to have a semi-optimized, mostly unoptimized brand. If I'm a supplement seller right now, I'm working with this prospect for a couple calls. Now, there's a few things going on with the landing page that could be easily fixed here. A lot of it has to do with, I need call to action in the first above the fold. I need if it's free shipping on orders above a certain amount, on all orders, then I need to be able to click this and it needs to be able to take me to all the best deals that I could be getting. The other thing is top collections here, most loved products. That's going to be hard to recognize for people, and it's not going to drive any interest, value, or pain point / benefits. So most of the best people that we've ever worked with in the space are people that understand that the only way to drive more sales for your brand is by actually providing the clear line of what you're benefiting. So right here is Rise Superfoods, heal your body and your mind. Very simple, very clear as day. And then try Rise today. They sell so many different supplements, but they're choosing to focus on their headline here because that's the most relevant. So because Rise has a clear headline and, heal your body and your mind, very simple, try Rise. They're eliminating doubt, 239,000 reviews, money back guarantee, 30 days. They're not highlighting a bunch of different things. They're just clearly stating, this is what we're selling. Check it out. This is our main offer. If you don't have that main offer, enough incentive, enough social proof, nobody's going to even care to explore. People don't explore websites the way they did before. And that's why it's important to be clear on your offer. You could sell a bunch of different things like Rise does. They sell a bunch of different products, different supplements. But the best thing to keep in mind is your core offer, because most people, when you're running ads, all offers, you need to be clear about what you're offering. All meta ads, all content should funnel to one core offer. And then your other stuff can pop in the way down the road. Now, the best way to inspect competition, find creatives, see what's working, is by looking at Atria. app.tryatria.com. You can sign up for free for 7 days. This is the entire blueprint for figuring out creatives, copy, what's working in other ecosystems on Meta, and how to actually drive more sales through creative. So if I look up supplements, for example, it's going to come up with a bunch of different winning creatives. I can sort by most relevant, most recent, longest running. And longest running is usually going to be the winning ad creatives because those obviously are the most profitable. Now, you can find these by just searching them up in the search bar in Discovery. And you can see all the winning creatives and what it takes for you to create them for your brand. Like I said, if you have a Canva graphic designer, if you do Canva yourself, or if you're a video editor, you can go through all of these winning creatives and figure out what works. And then you can go ahead and do that for your brand. The only way for you to figure out how to scale is by figuring out how other people are doing it. I learned this a long time ago. You don't want to reinvent the wheel. It takes a lot more for you to create your entire engine than for you to have a platform or foundation from someone else. Now, you might not always believe in it, but it's worth looking at. It's worth finding and looking into the copy, the graphics, the design, who's running it for what supplement. And then you can go ahead and start breaking down the amount of creatives that you're going to be testing out. The best way to do it is to find out what that is through the inspo discovery section of Atria. I don't have any affiliation with them. It's just a great tool that I use and our team uses to scale ads and to figure out UGC. You can go ahead and just go through the different videos and then go test that for yourself. The best way to get UGC is through Instagram. I don't care what anybody says about TikTok and YouTube and stuff like that. The best way to find it is through the Instagram search dashboard and by finding other competitors' Instagram pages and finding those people in the tag section, the creators there. Now, once you have all the desired creatives that you're looking for, the copy, the video, the editing process, then you can go ahead and test out your creatives. I can go into more about how you will break that down, what sheet to use, how to calculate winning ad creatives. Your best bet is when you're first launching on Meta Ads or any performance marketing platform is to test multiple creatives and keep to a segmented budget. So your entire campaign could have 10 creatives. I would keep it below 7 creatives just because you don't want to be too spread out. And then you're going to go ahead and focus on what you're selling, what the USP is, what the copy is, what the headline and hook is. Try multiples out and then have a set budget of anywhere from 5 to $500 to $1,000 per campaign. And within a few campaigns, you'll be able to figure out how to scale up those ads and what the winning creatives are. In a future video, I'll talk about the behind the scenes structure of what that is. If you need help running ads, we are more than happy to help you out. We manage over 35 different brands. We have 20 new brands coming to our agency each month, and we're ready for more. We can take on 20 more, so 40. And we have specialists in Meta, Pinterest, TikTok, Instagram, X, LinkedIn. And yeah, I'd be happy to break down your brand and give you a few pointers. And so, yeah, I hope this helped with the general idea of how to structure and how to find ads for yourself. Like I said, it's just not reinventing the wheel, figuring out what other people are doing and focusing on the best competition. I'll go back to this really quick before I get distracted and before I get off. Rise Superfoods, just like I was going through the page earlier, you can go ahead and my internet's a bit slow right now, but you can go ahead and in the discovery section of Atria, you can look them up as well, and they'll actually come up in the dashboard. It's not showing up right now. I think it's just because of the web speed. I'm using Starlink, but yeah, you should be able to figure out most of your competitors. If they're running ads on Meta, you can look them up on this dashboard as well. And it'll also give you a link to the Meta ads dashboard when you click on their ads. So yeah, I hope that's beneficial. This flow, like I said, is your complete ads guide for tracking and finding competitive winning ads. Go to Atria. For editing videos, use CapCut, use Canva for graphic design. And then to track your performance, I always use Hyros. You can also use Google Analytics 4. All right, guys, thank you for watching. Peace.